Hello everyone, I am Siddhi Barkari and today's my topic for discussion is pharmacovigilance. So, before going to the process of pharmacovigilance, we must know what is actually pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance it is the science and activities relating to the detection, assessment, understanding and prevention of the adverse event related to the suspected medicinal product. So, in detection, as per the definition, what is detection? In the detection, the whatever the ADR is occurred, that ADR is fulfilled by each and every person. And next, assessment. Whatever the ADR is occurred, that ADR is due to the drug or not. It is investigated in the assessment. Next is understanding. In understanding, we are trying to understand that whatever the ADR is occur, that ADR is due to due to that ADR, which organ is affected, what is the reason, and what type of interaction is done so that the ADR is occur. That is drug interaction. That ADR is due to the drug interaction or drug food interaction. It is calculated or understood. Next, in prevention, that whatever the ADR is occurred, we will try to minimize it, and whatever the ADR is occurred, that ADR we are reporting with the help of various reporting form, and that reporting form is submitted to the regulatory authority, and further the company will try to minimize that ADR. In this way, it is a definition of a pharmacovigilance. So now the question is, why there is a need of pharmacovigilance? Because pharmacovigilance is so important for the safety and efficacy of a drug, and also to minimize the ADR. And next, it is for humanitarian concern, because for human the safety is the issue, because sometimes the ADR is life threatening, so humanitarian is also the one problem. Next is ADR is expensive, because no company needed to maintain the pharmacovigilance, because it is so cost effective. And if the ADR is much more death occurring due to that ADR, if there is a fetal or death occurring, then that ADR is so much expensive, because due to that ADR, that drug may be banned, and so the manufacturing process is also banned. So that's why it is called as ADR is expensive. Now moving towards what is the aim of pharmacovigilance. Then that the aim is that early detection of the ADR and prevention of the ADR, or to minimize the ADR. Next is safety and efficacy of a drug. Next, to identify the risk risk, care, benefits, and all these things. Hence, and that for this reason, the ADR detection is much more important, and whatever the manufacturing process which is done, it concern with the safety and efficacy of a medicine. Next, how this pharmacovigilance came into the existence. So during this, there are lots of tragedy are there, in which first is sulfonamide tragedy, which is happened in 1937. In this sulfonamide, it is a medication which is used in a streptococcal infection. But further, it came in elixir form, but solubility is the issue. So for the solubility, they used diethyl glycol, and they didn't know about the toxicity. So due to that toxicity, 107 people died. So after this tragedy, spontaneous reporting started. And after this, there is another tragedy called as thalidomide disaster, because there is a thalidomide which is used in a pregnant woman for the morning sickness and the vomiting. But due to this thalidomide, there are lot of abnormality in the babies called as phocomelia, and ten thousands of infants get affected, and also pregnant women get also affected, and death, sometimes death occurred. So that's why it's the most biggest tragedy. And from this day, after this, pharmacovigilance practice is much more important. Then amendment is done. That amendment is called as Kefauver-Harris amendment, which says that pharmacovigilance practice is much more mandatory for manufacturing of a drug, before manufacturing of a drug and after manufacturing of a drug. And in our India, in 1987, serious adverse drug reporting form is there, and in this, and next in 1997, pharmacovigilance program is initiated, and in 2004 to 2008, national pharmacovigilance program is initiated by that organization, and in 2010, pharmacovigilance program in India is initiated. In this way, these are some steps that pharmacovigilance program in India started. Next, in pharmacovigilance, we are more concerned about the safety. The main objective of the pharmacovigilance is to minimize the frequency of ADR, and whatever manufacturing is done by the marketing authorization holder, that is done in a ethical manner, and after the approval of a drug, it is sale in the market. So there are some various process for the drug coming the drug into the market, that are clinical trials. In clinical trial, there are lots of phases. But in the pharmacovigilance, we must understand what is the actual objective, that is to minimize ADR and to more concern about the safety and efficacy of a drug. And next is, whatever the manufacturing is done, it is done in an ethical manner. So in this way, as I told you that pharmacovigilance, it is science and activities relating to the detection, assessment, understanding and prevention of the adverse effect due to the suspected medicinal product. And also there are various regulatory authority which came into the existence for the pharmacovigilance, for the maintaining the guidelines and law. This regulatory authority maintain the law and guidelines for pharmacovigilance practices. Now, some of them are in India. There is Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Then in in USA, there is a Food Drug Administration, and next in Canada, there is a Health Canada. Then in UK there is in UK there is a Medicine and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agencies, and in Europe there is a European Medicinal Agency, and next is that is Japan. It is MHLW, that is Ministry of Health, Labour and Welfare. In this way, these are some regulatory authority which governs the law and guidelines for the maintaining the pharmacovigilance practices. And also there are some reporting forms of specific countries for doing the pharmacovigilance, for reporting of ADR. That reporting form are periodic safety update reports, which is a form of there are various reporting form are available. For UK there is a yellow card, and for EU, that is Europe, there is a CUMS form, and for USA there is a MedWatch form. So in this way, these are the reporting form. And for after this reporting form, there is a Argus tab, in which Argus tab, BG base, and and fairs. These are some database which are used for reporting the ADR. Here is the some brief information about the pharmacovigilance. Hope you should understand. Thank you.